Hello there, everyone, and how are you guys today? Well, we would just like to remind you to like, comment, and subscribe if you have not already. Now, well, hello there, sunflowers, and how are you guys today? Well, I'm here to do a reading on Jennie. Somebody had requested a reading on her future career in her future love life. However, I don't do predictions as such, so therefore I'm just going to do a reading on her current love life and her current career. And then, of course, we always see what's going on, what might happen or occur in the next 6 months. That's the prediction aspect. But just to do an entire reading on a prediction aspect, I don't do. However, what can I say about Jennie? Okay, so mantra is good. If you guys haven't seen, I've already done a K-pop news recap where I briefly talked about how Jennie's vocals were stable, Jennie's looking good, performing. I literally have heard nobody, besides that one video where I saw they talked about how all the instances where Jennie appeared to show her rainbow side, we'll call it. And I just find it curious that at least now on my TikTok, I have yet to see anybody dissect the fact that she literally said in her song Mantra, make you want to swing both ways. Like, did she just literally just come out in the music, but nobody seems to be noticing that, but whatever. So with that, I am here. Jennie looked perfect. I don't think I can give her any more compliments about her looks. She definitely seems like she's glowing. Like, I think this is her era. Like, Jennie is thriving. I've never seen her, even when she did her solo, I didn't see her look this radiant. I'm not sure. Maybe it's the fact that she's finally making something and doing something that she enjoys. I'm sure she wanted to do solo, but to have full creative reign and even write the lyrics, if she did, for this song, just to get to share that part of herself, it's just a great time for her. So with that, we're going to use this card to pick to represent Jennie. I don't have a card to represent her love life, so I guess whatever cards I pick out over here will represent her love life, because I'm not going to put a male or a female there, because who knows what Jennie is dealing with. So with that being said, we're just going to shuffle the cards for her career. Okay. Oh, okay. I think these cards are ready. Okay. Fine. We'll just start there, since that one wanted to stick out from the rest. Well, her career's looking pretty good. Okay, that's her career. Then we're going to pick some cards for her love life. We're going to pick the center card first. This is going to represent what's going on in her love life. But if a person's here, that represents she could be seeing somebody. And if a person is not here, then that just means there's not a particular person in her love life. Okay, we got a house. Okay, let's see what's around the house. Okay, I don't know. Very interesting. Okay, I'm not quite sure what this means, but we'll find out when we get there. So when I see what's going on in Jennie's current career, what we see is she's focused or looking back at her past in this current moment. And what she's looking back in the past is maybe the mask that she was wearing. And like I was hinting at earlier, or just talking about earlier, how she seems to be so much more alive now. And maybe it's because she's finally able to drop this mask. Whatever this mask represents in terms of her career, this represents she's able to be more authentically herself in this very moment than she has been in the past. Well, because of that, let's just focus let's focus in on her past. In her past and her thoughts, she sees her career as a gift and something that she treasures, something that has been handed to her, and something that she thinks about. And because of that, she doesn't want to, and maybe that's where this mask came in. She doesn't want to come off a certain way as if she's ungrateful for the position that she has attained, or the current status that she's attained. And also, Jennie has had so many allegations in the past. Okay. And because of that, it's always been on her mind that maybe she has to put a little bit more attention and care into her public image and her public persona. I feel like I was just talking about this a few readings ago about Jennie and her current career, when she had to apologize allegedly for vaping in the indoor of some Italy building. That being said, what we see in the past is maybe she was trying to find herself musically in the past. And maybe she was just trying to find herself and how she fits into the music industry. All of that, because we have the magnifying glass is something that which symbolizes something she's accomplished. But out of searching and looking for herself, what she's accomplished and came out of that is the mask, which is a two-first personality, somebody who's not authentic to themselves, or maybe somebody who is confused in who they are because they're searching, exploring, experimenting, trying, dibbling, dabbling, doing whatever it can, because of that, or always having. She basically had this career handed to her. She basically had YG create her persona and who she was and who this Jennie is. And now that she's in the Americas, she is Jennie Ruby Jane now. And so has this persona that she now has this persona of who she's claiming in the media, taking back her name, taking who she is, and even though she cherishes and knows where she has came from, and YG, Blackpink, all of that has brought her to who she is today and has musically influenced her today. But now she's getting back to her roots, like what kind of music do I listen to? What artists do I find myself drawn to, inspired to? But also, I've seen some videos of her giving homage to each of the Blackpink girls in the music video. So all that at the same time of giving homage to where she comes from, who she is, and how she wouldn't be here without Blackpink. So she still carries them, and she still sees them as like pretty girls and stuff like that. If you know the whole the whole theory that's going on the internet, man. Blinks literally works so hard. I love hearing what you guys have to talk about and what you analyze in the videos. But what I see right now is Jennie is, I don't want to say letting her mind wander, but what Jennie is doing is that she's allowing her career to lead her in whatever direction her career leads her. And this is actually kind of interesting. We have this scythe here, which symbolizes cutting off something. And I don't know what she had to cut off or what she accomplished cutting off to get to where she is today. I'm not sure. And especially because this has to do with terms of her career. It's a big question mark on what she had to let go and move forward from, and basically take a new trajectory in her career. But it's interesting because the ship is moving one way, but she's looking in a completely different direction. So she's focused. So it's like her mind is moving forward, but she is still physically like in her reality living in the like the past. So like her mind hasn't like caught up to, well, it's more like her reality hasn't caught up to where her mind is. So she's visualizing, planning for her future career and what she is going to accomplish. Now, I have no idea. It seems like whenever I read on the Blackpink girls, some way, somehow, it disappears, but it always comes back up in some shape or form. A courthouse. And it always seems to happen to pop up around Jennie. So I don't know if Jennie is going to have some type of, in her near future, some legal allegations, has some controversy with her song Mantra. It seems like every Blackpink girls is being called out about how their song resembles some American song. Like I just heard that Rosé's song APT sounded like the Ting Tangs. That's Not My Name, which I loved. But it also kind of like reminded them of like the like OMG girls. Wait, hold on. What's they called? No. It was like 3OH. I forget the name of the song, but yeah, they was getting those vibes, and I was all songs I've listened to. And basically, when I first heard Rosé's song, sorry Jennie for a second, when I heard Rosé's song for the first time, it was giving me like early 2000 vibes. I was like, wow, like I feel like this is like pop Avril Lavigne without like the rock part, but kind of in the sort of sense because there was like that grungy aesthetic with the band, and Bruno Mars did good. Okay. So back to Jennie in her courthouse that she has dealing with her career. I'm not sure if that's always going to be a question mark, and who knows? Maybe this is going to come up as a result of cutting somebody off. I'm not sure. We're going to have to find out what that means, because what Jennie doesn't see before her, because she's so focused on the mask and the persona that she is letting go and evolving from, that what she doesn't see coming in her future about her career is trying to find her stability and footing. Now, in that sense, what I could say about her career, because I don't see it struggling, because like right now it's looking promising and beautiful. I don't see how anything could go wrong at this very moment, unless the monkey wrench courthouse, some legal allegations come along and put a damper on her career. That's the only reason how I could see this to go south, and how her how she could try to find her stability and her footing within the career. But it all could just be the fact that she's just jumping into the American industry. Not sure how the Americans do things. Maybe American copyright laws are different from Korean copyright laws, and all that. So that adjustment could maybe not literally having some legal allegation, but like a courthouse having to deal with. Maybe this could represent her company, OA, or it could represent YG in the fact that that maybe either YG we could see in the near future holding Jennie back, or Jennie could be feeling like she's holding herself back because she is too busy trying to please certain people in the industry, people that have the ability to pass judgment and able to be like the movers and the shakers and get Jennie where she needs to. Whoever this courthouse is basically like a judge, somebody that has some power over dictation of over Jennie's career. And I think that just might be YG, because outside of her being in her own company, the only other people that she is signed to Atlantic Records, that is a company that she is also under, that could have some output, that has some part into her career. But I just see whatever it is, there's going to be a journey, and that's like her like overall outcome, and what's like maybe, I don't know, this is always my theory. I don't want this to happen. I want Blackpink to be like Blackpink forever, and they still get to do their own little separate things. They come back to do their group activities. Like, that would be the best dream ever. However, I still always wonder, is Jennie going to be the one to leave the group? But at the very beginning, I said that she thinks and knows how much she treasures Blackpink and where she's come from and who she is. But all at the same time, YG or whoever rules over her, she always feels like she has to appease or be a people pleaser to somebody, to some higher ups about her career and the trajectory of her career and where her career is going. And even though she treasures their opinions and what they do for them and what they provide for her, she also at the same time is trying to find herself, trying to figure out where she belongs in the music industry. And if she outgrows something, then she outgrows something, but she hopes that she doesn't outgrow it, because that is part of her identity and who she is. So she doesn't want to leave Blackpink behind. Remember, everything I do say is allegedly, and this is Baby Crone's own personal conspiracy. But I will pick one card, we'll say like right here in the middle, just to pick like as a problem card or to sum up like the overall energy. This will be the problem card and then the overall energy. The problem I see for her is a mature man. I'm not sure if that has some connection to this wealthy man. We'll see. But this mature man definitely is YG. That's what I'm going to say. Or it could be Atlantic Records. I'm not sure who owns, if it's a man that owns that record company. And if it's not Atlantic Records that she's signed to, whatever American company Jennie is signed to. I'm not sure if it's owned by a male, but I definitely know for a fact YG is owned by a male, a mature male at that, a mature male who has jurisdiction and ruling over Jennie's career. So that's definitely her problem, definitely her restraint. So let's see what the overall outcome is. And let's see, we have the Magician. It's not the Magician, but it could be considered the Magician. It's the Rider. She's moving forward. Her outcome, it definitely, I'm not sure if she's going to receive a message, and if this message is going to be that thing that's going to send her, I don't want to say like over the edge or over the bridge, but over into making her feel like she's able to maybe confront like the big bad wolf and finally take the reins into her own hands. But whatever it is, it's definitely something in her career. Is definitely, we may see a change in Jennie's career, and that could all be with what we're seeing right now. And this is just the pre-glow of what we're going to see Jennie be when Jennie fully blossoms. And maybe this is just the beginning of her coming out of her cocoon. But whatever it is, there's definitely a message being awaited, and it could be in relationship to YG. But in terms of her love life, what I see is I really don't see people in her love life, and the people that I do see in her love life are a mature woman who is over her house, and this house could symbolize literally her home, and this is where her heart is. Like, her home is where her, like they say, the home is where the heart is, and she could be thinking about her family. Literally, that's where her love life is focused at, because we have this mature woman. This mature woman can be her mom, or literally this, or figuratively, the home is Blackpink, like I always say whenever I see this card, because these four girls grew up together. That's all they know. They only know each other. And how much they know of each other, we'll never know. If you know, hint, hint, wink, wink. but that's all they know, that's all they've experienced, that's all they've been around, that's like their buku, their ride or dies, like that's like their sorority group. And because of that, I'm not sure if Blackpink was managed by a female manager, and if they were, I'm not sure if Jennie is close with this female manager, but it definitely, I don't see a actual love interest in Jennie's life at this very moment. Her love is preoccupied with people that she literally loves, not a singular person, not a person she wants to get married in bed, or I mean, she could be looking for marriage in the near future, but at this very moment she isn't focused on a love life, but that is ultimately what she wants and what she hopes and what she desires. Like I said last reading, I think this was in like Rosé's reading, the lovesick girls. That it was unironically last time, but this time I literally mean it. They are like lovesick girls. I mean, I'm sure they've had experiences, but each of the ladies are experiencing love in relationships in their different ways, and we're seeing it in the media, and we are sure judging them and looking at them. However, maybe Jennie really wants to be a wife and wants to have a family, but maybe at this very moment she's just focusing on her career, focusing on Blackpink or where she comes from, and growing and finding herself before she commits to a relationship. Because who knows, maybe I know she was pre her with her relationship with Kai, so maybe that could be, maybe she's like, before I fully give myself into a relationship, let me find myself, who I am, fulfill myself before I give myself to somebody, so that way I don't get lost in a relationship. But what I see in her love life is, interestingly, she could be messaging somebody, and it could be somebody in the industry. Maybe it could be maybe she met somebody in America, or maybe she met somebody in Korea. Who knows? Maybe she could have met somebody in Italy, because this institution could literally symbolize just the industry that Jennie is a part of, that her career is, and Jennie's into like basically everything, because that's what the entertainment business does. So she could have met somebody, and maybe she is thinking about messaging this person, talking to them. Maybe she could have just recently met them and they haven't gotten to the talking stage, but maybe she's thinking, maybe she's like kikiing with her girls, like, ooh, do you think I should message him? Oh, I don't know, should I? That's what she could be like going through like right now, like the butterflies in the tummy stage, like, oh, I'm not sure, what if he doesn't like reciprocate the feelings back? Be that maybe that's what she's trying to overcome, is the expectations that she had towards love in the past, and maybe not letting that get in her way of, I hate to say it, but I don't, some people might see something wrong with it, but I don't see a problem with being a little bit delusional sometimes. It's fun to be imaginative and let your mind wander and think about what if scenarios, but just don't get lost in those fairy tales, however. And because of that, maybe she could have allowed herself to do that in the past. And maybe now that she's experienced life, or life has experienced her, I'm not sure. But now because of that, she's going to move forward with some more precaution. And maybe it could just be that Jennie herself is now going to be a more mature woman when it comes to her love life. She still couldn't, maybe she is thinking about, she could be thinking about a family, a home, a relationship, getting a baby. Maybe a baby was jumping a little bit too far, but maybe having like the husband, the fence, the white picket fence, living, well, I mean, this isn't a white picket fence. This is like an elegant mini mansion. An elegant McMansion, actually. So maybe that's what she wants to have that person that she can share a luxury life with. You see me get lost in the delusion a little bit. They're trying to think about Jennie's relationship and what she dreams about. But maybe she is thinking more maturely and more thoughtfully about what she wants in a relationship. Maybe she wants somebody who wants the type of lifestyle that she wants to, and that is able to match her energy in that sense. Whoever that shall be, male or woman, I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure. It could just be a man. I'm not quite sure, because we definitely do know that Jennie at least does like guys because of Kai. So if she could swing both ways, like she said, we're not quite sure. But maybe there is a man in her life that she is thinking about getting committed with in time, like way in time, like not trying to jump too quickly. Like in time definitely means way longer than 6 months to a year. Definitely in time, she wants to find that person that she could marry, commit to, have that family, be lovers with, is able to overcome the expectations. Maybe this person is beyond her expectations and everything she wanted and more. Or maybe she's able to have grown from what she expected and wanted out of love, and now has maybe a more mature lens on love and finding a relationship, especially because she is getting up in age. But right now, she definitely has her eyes on her career, and that is first and foremost beyond anything else. And if she does get a partner or a love interest in her life, that is just a bonus. That's just something on the side, because right now she definitely is focused on her career and herself. She's focused on herself and finding herself. So that's why she's exploring. But she definitely knows through all this exploring, she's hoping to find that person that matches her energy, her vibe, and who she is, and who matches her morals and matches what she wants in the near future. And if she finds that person, then great. If she doesn't find that person, she'll keep searching. But right now, it's her career. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this reading on Jennie Ruby Jane. And I will see you guys in the next video. Please give this a thumbs up if you've gotten this far, if you enjoyed the content of this video. Please subscribe. It would mean a lot to the channel. Please subscribe. Thank you. And with that being said, leave a comment down below on somebody that you would like me to read on. I will eventually get to them. And with that, I will see you guys in the next one. Sunflowers!